Is film school worth it? An honest analysis. Background on film school. One of the biggest questions any aspiring filmmaker can ask themselves is whether or not they wish to attend film school. Film school can be very alluring to a future member of the film industry, both for the skills it can teach and the connections. But it also may not seem necessary to many. Nonetheless, the question of whether to attend or not to attend still hangs in the balance and must be answered at one point or another. There are a number of big-time directors who either stand for or against film school. In all honesty, it seems that the majority are against the idea, but they may just be louder in their arguments than the opposing pro-film school side. Directors such as Quentin Tarantino and Paul Thomas Anderson, known by many as simply PTA, stand firmly in their position against film school. They argue instead that a person who wants to be like them should simply go out and create films and use that as their own version of film school.
I got 3 years on a 16mm film that ended up becoming nothing but guitar picks. And I was very disappointed when I realized it wasn't any good, but it was my film school.
But film school does have its benefits. It can give many people things that simply making films cannot. So without a doubt, there is a divide in opinion. Should you attend film school? Well, here is my take on the issue at hand. You should attend film school. There are many examples of successful filmmakers who attended film school. Take arguably America's greatest director to ever live, Martin Scorsese. Scorsese attended the Tisch School of the Arts at NYU and of course has gone on to attain unimaginable acclaim. Another famous director who attended Tisch was the unmatched Spike Lee. Lee is also one of America's greatest contributions to the worldwide film scene and has directed and even written and acted in a number of his films. Most notably, his feature debut and undeniable magnum opus, Do the Right Thing. This may be reason enough for many to attend film school. After all, attending film school offers someone a chance to follow in the footsteps of their filmmaking idols. But there quite simply is more reason than that for someone to attend film school. More specifically, I believe that there are two other reasons why one should consider film school if they desire to one day play a major part in the film industry. The first being the possible connections which can come out of attending film school. Connections are undoubtedly one of the most important aspects of film school and most likely its greatest reward. You can learn to make films anywhere, but you cannot get great connections very easily. Whether with classmates, alumni, professors, or others, film school offers students a unique opportunity to make connections that really matter and establish a repertoire with people who can advance a career in one phone call. These connections are invaluable and certainly the most alluring reason to attend film school. The second reason I believe that an aspiring filmmaker should attend film school is simply the education that they would receive. Top film schools know exactly what they are doing and selling when they bring in new film undergrad and graduate students. They are offering a top-notch film education which encompasses a variety of fields which relate to film as a whole. While some schools, such as Columbia, may focus more on film theory, and other schools, such as USC, more on the physical production, each top film school's focus is on film, and in giving students a valuable education that they can utilize later in their careers. So you might be wondering, well then I should definitely go to film school, right? Well, not so fast.
Let's try rehearsal. You stand by, please.
You shouldn't attend film school. There are also many reasons as to why one should not attend film school. To start, many great filmmakers did not end up attending film school or dropped out of film school. As mentioned earlier, the great Quentin Tarantino never attended film school and instead worked on his own films to garner up the film knowledge which he sought.
Because we love making movies! And we do!
Another great director who never attended film school was Christopher Nolan. Nolan instead learned by doing and turned himself into one of the greatest filmmakers of his generation. This is already reason enough not to attend film school, as many have proven that it is entirely possible to succeed in the film industry without going to film school. But when other factors are also considered, the take against film school becomes very appealing. One thing students come out of high school or beyond have to consider is the increased cost of university and attending film school. This money could be spent on valuable projects which could teach the creator a lot about filmmaking and give them a start on their portfolio, which is crucial to landing gigs in the industry. Another reason not to attend film school is that, at least theoretically, everything taught in film school could be learned on a real set. Thus, why does one need to go to film school, especially if they already have connections in the industry which can get them on set experience right away? If you look at film school from this lens, then it appears far less desirable than Scorsese or Lee make it out to be. In conclusion, at the end of this video, you may be confused as to where you should get your film education and what your future holds.
The only reason to come to film school is to get your hands on the equipment and to make the movie. They can't tell you how to make the movie. You have to have it in you. You have to have the inspiration, the passion.
Just keep in mind before I state my final opinion on the matter that success comes from many different paths.
Really everything you do, you learn from in terms of any time you're shooting something.
And no one path is correct 100% of the time.
I never really had a career plan. We all have plans, we all make plans. It sometimes starts when you have to declare a major.
With that being said, I believe that whether or not you should go to film school depends on a number of factors. I believe that you should probably attend film school if you have the money to do so, have no major industry connections already, and have somewhat limited knowledge of how a production works.
If you're a director, you should have a film. If you're a DP, you should have a reel. Editor should have a reel. If you're a screenwriter, you should have scripts.
Furthermore, if you cannot afford film school, have prior industry connections, or already know what you're doing when you step on set, then film school may not be the route for you.
And make a beautiful film with her little father's camera recorder, and for once the so-called professionalism about movies will be destroyed.
Just remember that there is no right answer to this question, and whatever you decide, success has a chance to follow you, film school or not.